We got Maurice the Hulk Jackson joining us. We're at the JacksonWink gym. JacksonWink Fight Night Series 1, February 25th. You got a rematch on your hands. First off, thank you for the time, sir. How you doing?
Man, shit. Great being here, brother.
A rematch of a guy that you knocked out in the second round of the first meeting, Armando Montoya Jr. How did this come about? How did the rematch unfold?
Well, you know, I know he reached out to a specific promoter before saying that he wanted a rematch of this fight. I felt like he did deserve it. You know, the fight that we took, it was a short notice for me and him as well. And at the end of the day, you know, he gave me a hell of a fight, and I just felt like, okay, well, since it's going to be in my backyard now, my hometown finally, you know, home away from home. Everybody know I'm a Chicago native, but this is home away from home for me, so this is my backyard. Finally having my first fight here in my backyard, I just said, you know what, it's a good setup, it's a good duel. A lot of things have changed in my career since then with the changes of gyms and, you know, coaching and stuff, and I'm looking forward to it this time, you know. I was looking forward to it before, but, you know, I'm very excited about this one.
As we sit, fight night is within range. How does this change your preparation for the first time in a long time not having to travel?
Huge, because a lot of people, you know, they've been hearing a lot about me, but haven't been able to like in tune and see, you know, what the talk is about and what type of fight I am. And now it's in the backyard, and they don't have to really travel really far. It's a good setup at the Sleddle Casino, a good promotion, you know, the good advertisement. It's a lot of hype on the fight, and you know, this is just a layout perfect situation.
170, 185, you floated between the two. This fight's kind of coming together also on late notice. What's the weight for this one?
The weight is a catch weight of 180. Ideally, I would love to be 70, but, you know, it's a catch weight at 180, but that just means I don't have to cut that much, and I feel good about it, you know. You know, yeah, it happens sometimes. Sometimes you got to take fights at weights that you don't want to, but, you know, if you're a fighter, that's what you do sometimes. A lot of times, my fights has been laid out that way due to the fact that I've been getting short notice fights at the last minute, and, you know, so I've had to take them like that, but, you know, it's all right.
Still on a win streak, coming off of a split decision, haven't fought in 6 months. Tell us about momentum and how you're feeling throughout practice and how the camp has been going, where you feel you are in the cage.
Well, you know what, you know, anytime I get in the cage, you know, it's like my own sanctuary. So anytime I step up in that cage, I feel I'm at home. When I'm in this gym, I feel like I'm at home. You know, the things you do outside outside of the gym is things that reflect on the outcome of fights and training anyway. So even when people might not think I'm in the gym, that's because I'm over here doing strength and conditioning. Maybe I'm not here, maybe because I'm running out here in the mountains. So, you know, it feels good to finally have something, a goal to reach toward having a fight. Finally, after 6 months, you know, finally having someone step up, you know, it feels pretty good.
You wanted to fight, taking a rematch. You came out victorious last time. Was there any thought of risk versus reward with that you had already won the first one?
I mean, I give my hat off to Chino, because I've lingered around with a lot of different fighters and promotions and trying to get fights, and it was like almost impossible to get a fight with almost anybody. And reaching out, trying to get fights, you know, I didn't want to be one of those fighters that go out, start calling out fighters' names and calling people out. You know, I always try to show a thing of class when I'm in a cage, you know. But I was starting to get to that level, and I knew that he wanted the rematch. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I know he's a good fighter. He's going to put on a hell of a show. He's coming out to fight. I know he's trying to make back what happened before, but, you know, this is something I'm very talented at, so I'm not really concerned about that. You know, if I implement my game and I go in there and do what I do, then, you know, I'm not really worried about the outcome, because it should pay off.
Do you look back and think about the last fight, looking and game planning for this one, or do you put that out of your mind because of training? You're a different fighter, he's a different fighter.
Yes, you know, everything's going to be a little different. Everything's going to be a little different. His approach is going to be different. He's been in there with me before, I've been in there with him before, so I completely understand that, you know, that when he comes out there. He's going to be more cautious on how he maneuvers in certain things. And me, on the other hand, I know exactly what to expect now, even though I know that he's going to probably throw a few extra things in there. Of course, he'd be silly not to, but I'm expecting that too, you know, so it shouldn't really be such a big issue if, you know, I mean, you just got to go out there and fight. At the end of the day, that's all what it comes down to. He's going to get punched, I'm going to get punched. You know, somebody's going to win and someone's going to lose. It's just go out there, implement the same thing I do in training. I train at the best gym in the country. I got the best fighters, you know, so I've had different bodies to work with. It should be a good one.
I haven't had a fight in 6 months. I talk to you a lot off the scene and stuff. What is the mindset and the mentality like now, looking forward to 2017? What's the game plan for the Hulk?
Man, you know, I want to get as many fights as possible, as soon as possible, you know, depending on health-wise. I want to stay busy. I'm looking forward to at least, I can't really put a game plan on how many fights I'm looking for this year, but you guys will be seeing a lot of me. I will be out there in the open a lot more now. I have nothing really at this point right now, you know, at 33 years old, I feel like it's all or nothing this year, and so this year I will be pushing it out there in the open, no matter what it takes. I will be stepping out there, and hopefully, you know, things change up with the situation with these fighters, and they start, you know, taking fights.
And are you going to go Hollywood on us? People don't know, we got an actor here, not just a fighter.
Nah, the acting is just things that, you know, it's another talent and skill I have. But as far as going to Hollywood, nah, I'm too much for, I'm a native from Chicago, I'm from the south side of Chicago. Hollywood, don't know. But more acting roles, I would love to, you know, be into more movies and scripts and things like that, due to the fact that I'm just using, you know, the things that, why not? That's us fighters, we got to know how to permit ourselves, you know. And we have these skills and everything, and you know, if they can utilize these things in movies and we can make money outside of this, then why not use that? You know, people don't understand how rough it is for us fighters to make a living. So if I get something offered and there's no fights coming, of course I'm gonna jump into somebody moving. I don't care if I'm a janitor or what.
At your age, the win streak you have going, we know the obvious goal is a bigger promotion. Can you even put into words what this fight means to you on February 25th?
This fight is huge. I mean, you know, it's very huge. Like I said, it's one in my home back town. It's a big promotion. You know, this fight have a lot of good hype to it, due to the fact that, you know, everybody been wanting to see us to go at it again, and I want to show that the last time we fought was not a fluke. It was not luck. You know, this is what's supposed to happen. You know.
What do you do to prove that point? Make that exclamation point.
I go out there and I fight. I get in there and I don't change anything. Everybody knows I'm 5'8", that I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna fight to get in. I'm not fighting from a distance. I don't care what they're throwing at me. I'm gonna get in and I'm gonna fight. And that's always been my game plan my whole career. So that's no secrets. You won't see any bagging up too much.
And what do you feel is your best asset in this fight, this matchup?
You know what? The fact that I fought him before, that's huge. I fought him before, so I know what type of style he presents. So therefore, I know what I need to do to get an outcome of, you know, a win on my record.
And then it's the local promotion. What's the style point? What's the message to the fans to get out there?
Finally, you know, you guys got me here. Everybody said, why you fight so far? Why your fights are so far? Why can't we come? Now, this time, I'm in your backyard, out in the open. So now you guys get to see exactly what they talk about when they talk about homes. So y'all get to finally tune in. The closest y'all probably, a lot of people is going to get to seeing a lot of fights like this, you know, again. So it's a good setup, really tough opponent, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, been training hard, working hard, and you guys come out, I won't disappoint, guarantee you that. So.
We know you're trying to make something happen. This is a big event right here in your backyard. Is there any extraness leading into this fight? Any extra pressure, nerves?
No nerves, but you know, a lot of anger, You know, I'm extremely angry with this fight. You know, 6 months is a long time not to have a fight, and you know, not given a fair opportunity with some of these promoters, with some of these fighters and stuff like that. Now I gotta go take what's mine. So, you know, I will give my respect one way or another. So, you know, there's nothing else is simple. It's simple. The game plan is very simple. Go out here and make them love it.
You have to make them pay attention to you?
There you go. I have to make them pay attention. Even though, you know, I've been on what, a nice little winning streak, only one loss on my record, but at the end of the day, the time spans of me not fighting is not because of my doing it, it's because things around me, promotions, fighters. So, you know, I think that in the things I have to sacrifice to get on the card, it's humiliating. So now I have to go take all respect. That's all to it. You know, I am a pissed off fighter. So yes.
And then with the business side, there's still the passion for the sport.
Yes, I mean I love this sport. You know, you gotta have some love for the sport to get up here early in the morning, train, get punched, kicked in the face, and you know, get up and come back and do this over and over and over again. There's got to be some kind of love there. If there's no love there, then you shouldn't be in the sport because this is a rough lifestyle. So there's love here. You know, as far as the business-wise stuff, you know, I try not to get too much into it, but you know, they say actions speak louder than words, and now it's time to perform. So
it's such a physical sport. What does it do to be able to maintain mentally with these highs and these lows?
It's rough. It's rough. I have to say that. You know, I mean, I'd be a lot of self. It's not rough. It's rough, but you know, if you watch how far you come in your career and you're doing pretty good, it's just a matter of time before the sun starts to shine again. It can't rain forever. So, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I'll get my shot, and this year I plan on making that happen. You know, so I'm not really concerned about it. You know, maybe that's the reason why I'm having so much of a difficulty, hard times with getting fights and stuff. But we'll find out. We'll find out 2017. So.
Maurice Jackson, thank you for the time, sir.
Thanks for having me.